俺たちはこの世に存在するべきではない。
愚かだな、風間陣。
ファイト。
Way from Ghirlanda. No way, dude.
It's okay now.
No. 7 1 left.
10 seconds left.
Oh,
there
yeah.
we go.
Okay. Dash into nothing.
What a whiff punish. Overlaunch race drive. This should be.
That's edge. Yep. That is edge.
Słuchaj, Harada Vision Warp, ten oczywiście, że to jest cios, który dobrze pomikuje. Jest Revelsar. Plus jeszcze raz i Magic Pixel będzie w jedynkę. Tak
I przeteknie,
jest!
Zakuu robi to w cudownie.
He was too close to the wall though.
That's gonna be dead as well.
The round form. Rage available. Oh, he drops it. Oh, and that is heartbreaking. 1-2.
Finishes it. The punish. The way from Ghirlanda.
No way, dude. Is that gonna kill? Oh, that was so smart. That was so smart.
Ladies and lads, welcome to the Tekken World Tour East Europe Regional Finals. We've had 2 Europeans already make it into the Tekken World Tour Finals. Which will be happening in Amsterdam in February with Joker and Kwis. And we're going to be finding out who's going to be that third person joining them here today for the regionals. My name is Spag, and I'm joined by the legend, Rip. How you doing, my friend?
I am doing very well, of course. You know, as you mentioned, we did have the West European qualifiers last week. Joka K was making it in there. Tetsu, he got that LCQ spot, so he'll be in Amsterdam as well. But he's going to have a 256-man bracket to go through to make it into the finals. So, We're out here in Eastern Europe, right? We're going to have our top 4 players coming at you in just a second. But again, only the person who gets first here is going to be the one who goes to Amsterdam for the finals.
Yeah, and it's a top 4 here as well because, you know, obviously a lot of the different regions have different, maybe sometimes it's going to be a top 8, sometimes a top 16, you know, for the bigger regions. But for East Europe, you know, we've whittled it down and it's going to be that top 4. So, yeah, we got 2 people in the winner's side and 2 in the loser's side. And look at that, man. We've got from Bulgaria right now, Ghirlanda going up against Frizen, who, you know, Frizen, of course, one of the best players, has been for a while in Poland. And on the loser side, we got Mr. Frano Williams himself representing Hungary, going up against the Asuka specialist from Poland, Zakuu.
Yeah, and this should be very interesting, obviously. Of course, the players are split up on winners and losers side depending on how many points they acquired throughout the whole season. That's how they got into these positions, which obviously very advantageous to the guys on the winner side because they're one step away from grand finals already.
Yeah, no, 100%, man. It's like, you know, if you're looking at Ghirlanda, for example, I mean, he's already qualified for the for the Tekken World Tour. Look at him there. We have the profile, looking very, very crisp there. You know, look at him. This guy could be a model, man. Look at this, beautiful. From Bulgaria, you know, favorite character back in Tekken Tag 2. Used to use the Roger, the Ganru. Started playing a long time ago. I remember, you know, when I was in Amsterdam actually for the first time in 2014, I saw him for the first time with Tishimon, who is the player that's influenced him the most. And of course, he loves traveling. And now with the family, he's a family man. He's a dad, traveling with his cute daughter Cassandra to all these little different tournaments. Man, you love to see it. But he was first in the ranking. That's why he's up there. You know, winning the Clash of the Olympians Dojo Prime, I think, is what netted him most of those points in Greece offline tournament. So he's in good nick, man. And of course, Katarina is a dangerous character, Rip, especially now.
Yeah, this is a character that you've used in the past as well. So good to see her, you know, being represented so well out here. The change to that full crouch load being only minus 14 now is a solid change that helps her out a bunch, I bet. Yes. Also, the Harrier stance jumping low that they gave her, that move is very frustrating to deal with, you know. It just helps on top of everything else she's got from Harrier stance. But you see here, you know, played since 2010. I didn't realize, you know, he was sort of the middle of the road from everyone else there. But here we see Frizen from Poland. Steve Fox player, started playing way before Ghirlanda, way back in 2006. Also started playing in Tekken 3. Favorite player that most influenced him is Gajda. I hope I'm not butchering that name. And his hobby is sports. Frizen with this top Steve Fox player. Steve Fox, I think, one of the more underrated characters again. You know, I feel like I say this about a lot of characters now in Tekken 7 because across the lifespan of the game, so many characters used to be looked at as very strong, and now they're just kind of like, oh yeah, they're just another average character, which in Tekken 7 means another very good character that's not the best.
Yeah, no, literally. I mean, we've seen so many times now in tournaments that even the characters that people consider to be low tier are putting in big work. So, you know, in the hands of someone like Frizen, you know, that Steve Fox is very dangerous and has been for a long time. You know, when we think about Steves in Europe, you know, you think about Doug from Paris, you think about Hyde a lot from Germany, and of course Frizen is in the mix as well, right? So, you know, you think about the top Steve players, and he's got the fundamentals, man. He's a very solid player, but he's always been shy, Rip, of that, you know, that big international win. So for him, you know, he's in a great position right now to potentially qualify for the World Tour. Look, he has to go up against Ghirlanda, who's been in that position before. He's had to play against some of the best players in the world. He played double in that grand finals, and I even think that he was on the loser side too, but still managed to make it in. So, I mean, Ghirlanda is definitely, I would say, our favorite to do this, but Frizen, he's in a position to do something big for himself today and qualify. And for Poland, you know, Poland is a very passionate scene.
Yep.
And they have been playing for a very, very long time, organizing tournaments since even Tekken 3. So, you know, it would be big for that region if they get a player in.
It would be amazing for that region, especially. And Ghirlanda, you mentioned, you know, he did qualify for TWT finals in the past. If I'm not mistaken, he made it through the LCQ, did he not?
Yeah, 2018 LCQ.
Right? Yeah, that was a very, very difficult tournament, offline especially. I remember that tournament was crazy. And that was also in Amsterdam at the LCQ that he won. So, Ghirlanda here, I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to go through that LCQ path again. If he has a choice, he's just going to win here in this top 4, avoid that entire bracket. The good thing about that LCQ this year, though, is that it is 3 players that will qualify out of it, which is a pretty big deal. I feel like that's something that we haven't really seen in the past. Most LCQs that we've had have always been just the top 1 player makes it through. But here it's like you just got to make top 3. And it feels so much easier, but at the same time, you know it's not going to be easy at all.
No, it's not going to be easy, especially with the way that the community has grown, not only in Europe. You know, Europe, we have so many more strong players now, but all around the world, you know, I feel like I'm seeing names pop up in Asia, America as well, North America, so many people that are likely to come down. You know, you mentioned it yourself, Rip, 256-man bracket, you know, and you know, with the level of the scene at the moment, especially in the latter stages of Tekken 7, now that people have really got to figure out their characters and everything and the tech, like, people have not been as strong as they have been right now, man. So it's going to be difficult. You definitely want to qualify now and try to avoid that LCQ.
I think the crazier thing to think about is when you look at the very beginning of Tekken 7, you had all the Team Yamasa guys like Nobi and Yu and Take, all of them were doing so well. And you look now at the end of the lifespan of Tekken 7, they're not really placing as high as they used to, right? You've got new come-ups like Pina, who at the beginning of Tekken 7 wasn't a name that people were as familiar with. So I do think that I agree with you there. The new players are stepping up now towards the end of the game, and it makes sense. You know, every time there's a transitional period between games, that's when the new players start to rise, and they really make a name for themselves in that next game. So let's see what happens here. This could be Frizen's day. He's got to do it by taking out Ghirlanda. Here we go, winners final to kick off the Eastern Europe regional finals for TWT.
Yes, man. First to 3 action here as well. And it's going to be the Katarina versus the Steve. I'm actually surprised that Frizen would go for the Steve here. But, you know, this has historically been a very bad matchup for Steve because of the threat of the 4-4-4 counter hit and the full crash low, which can't be launched. But even, despite all of that, Frizen, you know, he's looking nice in his first round. He's got a 22 win streak, man. Who's he been beating up?
He's been warming up here, man. He's letting Ghirlanda know it's a good online tournament strategy. Get that win streak up and just strike intimidation to the heart of your opponent immediately from the get-go.
Oh, yes. Absolutely, man. Oh, the hop kick. And Ghirlanda is so good at doing that, man. Just finding the little place to put that hop kick in, and that is going to be the round, even with that huge life lead Frizen had. Threw it away, man.
You know, and I always think of Katarina as a character that's very strong with walls because of that rage drive, but is it also very strong in an open stage?
I mean, yeah, Katarina actually does above average damage even in the open stage as well. I feel like, you know, Kat does big damage with the walls, especially because that new tailspin that we see there from the Harrier stance can get the walls very easily. But look at the damage despite that, you know, like Ghirlanda.
Right.
Katarina definitely does not need the walls.
Yeah, without a doubt. And, you know, Frizen had such a good start in round 1, but right now it's all Ghirlanda.
Yeah. You gotta be so careful if you're a Steve player, you know, to not get counter hit. The 4-4-4 from Katarina, the 11 Feng counter hit. Oh my god, the rage drive clips him.
Yeah, Ghirlanda was way off axis. I think he maybe thought he had sidewalked it already and just tried to hit a button to stop him, but too early. And here we have a chance for Frizen. Not gonna matter. 2 rounds up, Ghirlanda.
Yeah, you try to go for the sway, but usually what you want to do in the against the Harrier stance is the sidestep right and duck. It beats so many of the options, and yeah, Frizen unfortunately not being able to do that. So 2 rounds up now, Ghirlanda.
Yeah, and you know, I've tested out the Harry stance and trying to step it and block, etc., or try to step it and duck. But really, you have to be ready for the transition into Harry. If you're late on seeing her, once she's already moving, it's too late to step. You know, you got to know it from beforehand, it feels like.
Yeah, definitely. We see him again trying to use that sway to work around the moves, but Ghirlanda, he's in the driver's seat. But Frizen, can he get around on the board? Rage available now for Ghirlanda. Gotta be careful now for Frizen.
Gotta be very careful. Uh-oh, full cross low, double rage.
Uh-oh. Careful, plus frames. Good break on the throw.
Break's good. Your turn, Frizen. Where's the blue stuff? Oh
No.
my gosh, it didn't even trade. Wow. Wow.
I definitely thought Frizen was going to win that one there, man, in that slow-mo. But the 3-3-3 coming in clutch. Ghirlanda 3 rounds straight. Not the best start for Frizen. He's got to think hard now because that was on an infinite stage as well. You mentioned, Rip, that Cat does a little bit better on the wall stage. So big decision to make.
Yeah, that's a huge decision. And, you know, thinking about that ender, why did Ghirlanda even do the standing 3-string?
It's a
was so
14-frame
far.
whip punish, you know? Like, I think...
There was no whip, was there? Does he try to whip punish the jab? That was an interesting choice, and I really did think in that instance that Frizen was going to win the slow-mo battle, or at least have a trade situation. It was neither. Just clean win for the 3-string. So yeah, Ghirlanda off to a great start. And again, with the wall not being there, it is a very big decision for Frizen to make.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely going to be feeling good about himself, Ghirlanda, you know, winning on the Infinite. You know, he definitely came out on top in a lot of those situations. I know that Frizen has a strong Lars, but the question is he going to bring it out? You know, I think maybe he's been using the Steve a bit too much to think that the Lars could come out, but it'll be interesting if it does. Let's have a look. It's going to be the Steve, and we're going to the arena stage. So walls are going to be in play by Frizen's choice.
Yeah, and the interesting thing about this top 4 is that every single set will be a best of 5 situation. So he might lose 2-0 with Steve and then bring out the Lars afterwards. That's a possibility, but we have to see how this game goes. The first round was closed, and then it just went 3-0 for Ghirlanda. So we'll see how this one plays out.
Yeah, man, that low you mentioned as well, the full crouch down forward 4. It's so good because, you know, now it's actually been buffed in a couple of ways. It's in +3 instead of +1. And, you know, of course, -14, so you can't get as big of a punish as normal. But Frizen, though, doing a good job defensively.
Pick it up here. Yes.
He's got those.
He does. And almost got wall-to-wall combo there. Would have been nice.
No!
Get it out of here.
Is that going to be a clean wall splat, though? Is it going to be a clean wall splat?
It's clean.
Oh, that's
Oh
dead.
my gosh.
He just can't close out around there, man. Like Ghirlanda, as soon as he gets rage. It's got to be discouraging, for sure.
Oh, and he thought he had the counter right there, too. To be honest, I thought he did, too. And wow, right under the high. Beautiful.
All right. Good duck.
Yes.
Don't get the launch. Nice.
Gotta be ready for those. Weird post-screw option there, just the Albatross, too.
Going for the full wall carry. Look at that. Delays the Harrier, but can't get the ender too much.
Uh-oh. He's gonna pay for that attempt.
He's got rage again, though. Rip. This is scary. Oh, Oh, no.
You called it. It's gonna kill too.
Is it gonna
Can't
kill?
close out around. Yeah, it's gonna kill. Look at this. Oh.
Damn, dude, he can't close that around. What's going on, Ghirlanda? Too clutch.
Oh my goodness. I mean, if you're Ghirlanda, you gotta be feeling real good about yourself right now.
Was that 5 rounds straight now, Frizen? I haven't even got a round on the board. I don't think so.
5 straight right now for Ghirlanda. Big trade. There's the counter hit. Okay, Frizen. Wait, the wall's in the way. Not again. Okay.
Nice.
I was concerned for him.
I mean, it's been looking scary for him, but he finally gets around on the board. Maybe that's all he needed just to get a bit of confidence. But Ghirlanda off to a quick start once again.
Stuck in the hair this time. Yeah, and if I'm Frizen, maybe, you know, lose a little bit of life first, you know? Stop getting these big life leads and losing them. Mix things up a little bit.
No, definitely. I'm seeing a little bit more patience here now. Trying to walk into stuff. Good block on the low, no punish.
And no punch, but he got the back one countered afterwards because of it.
Masashi. Good Oki. Oh, my.
The spring kick.
Oh!
Keep trying to backspring blow, and the down two just reached the ankle in time. Final round, game 2.
This is huge. Massive, massive round, man. You don't want to go 2-0 down in this versus 3. Counter hit there into the stomp, guaranteed.
Uh-oh. Lucky, lucky.
Didn't confirm that. Sonic Fang. This is good. It could still go either way. Big whiff. Good punish.
Solid beat down to 4-4 neutral 2 there from Steve. Frizen tiny life lead. Not enough to matter.
He's brought it back though. He's brought it back. Good duck on the down forward 1-1. No punish from Frizen. Got to start getting those punishes in.
Yeah, at least
Every
the wild
little
standing
counts.
one.
Yeah. This way.
Yeah. Right sway 2s have been working pretty good for him.
Plus frames. Nice. Beating the Harriet again. The duck rage available.
Oh my gosh! What? What?
And that's gonna be
Explain that to
dead.
me, Spag.
Yeah, so in that situation when with the Harrier 1 after the back one, I mean it's so quick that if you try to do anything, you're gonna get counter. So that's one of those things. That's the reason why we have to sidestep and duck. Is the ducking part is to beat some of the lows, but that back one, the Harrier 1 too. So he got counter hit because he tried to interrupt with the rage drive, and yeah, that was it. A match for
That's
Ghirlanda.
rough. That's rough. That Steve rage drive is so effective usually too. Like I thought, like, you know, at least frame wise trade or something. Nope, just clean beat. Huh? Just frame wise, he loses out there. So that's a bummer for Frizen. Down 2-0 here. Now we go to a game 3 situation where he does have the option of potentially bringing out that Lars, but I feel like the Steve has been close, right? All these rounds he hasn't been able to close out, but they're down to the wire. Steve could get it done here.
Yeah, and you said it yourself as well, Rip. I mean, a lot of these rounds, Frizen is starting off really strong, but just not being able to clutch out the end part of the round. So if you can start clutching out some of these rounds and, you know, not getting hit with the counter hits and the rage hearts and stuff, then it could be completely different. This could easily have been a 1-1, but Frizen sticking with the Steve. I agree with it, actually, you know, seeing that last match was very close. Can you bring it back? It's going to have to be a reverse sweep now.
Yep, and sticking on the arena stage here. Oh, beautiful. Sidestep left. Gets the hop kick punish from Ghirlanda. And that's what you got to be doing, man.
Oh,
When you
interesting
see
combo.
those whiffs and you got the sidestep, you got to be able to launch punish.
Absolutely. I'm liking this from Frizen as well, man. He's kind of using the sidestep and the sway together to get away from the Harrier stance. It's been working, but needs to punish him though for it.
Definitely. He's also had a lot of really good flash ducks on these mid-high strings or high-highs. It's just he's really not pulling the trigger on the punishes, right? Like Steve's wild standing 1-2 wild man combo is a very, very fast, strong punisher. So, you know, I mean, it kind of makes up for his lack of a fast launcher from crouch, right? So you got to really use it when you get an opportunity to.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here, but he drops the combo again. That's not what you want to do if you're Frizen, man. Especially now, Ghirlanda's 2-0 up. I mean, he can afford to take some risks here, man. Just, you know, he's throwing out the hop kicks. There's again the Carrier 1 counter hit. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and the pressure from Frizen, you know, it's not really phasing Ghirlanda. And man, Steve has such a hard time fighting from behind. And again, the single whiffs and Ghirlanda ready out of range to punish with that hop kick.
Yeah, and that was a whiff punish on the back one as well, so that's not going to feel good if you're a Steve player. Set point now for Ghirlanda, looking so comfortable to move into the grand finals here for the regional finals.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what the setup he has for it is, but twice in a row he's used it, where he just has a single backdash, and as soon as there's a whiff, the hop kick's ready to go.
Yeah, sometimes it'll be the down forward 1, sometimes down 4. I mean, we saw him do it so effectively at the LCQ in 2018 as well. It's one of the reasons why he beat double. The back one counter hit to the jaw. There we go, Frizen.
Should have the wall here. Oh no, it's a little bit short.
Yeah. Okay. Is it going to be dead though? I don't think so. Down to one of the best round enders in the game. Frizen on the board. Stays alive.
Not over just yet, Frizen. Can you bring it back? You got all this data. And that was a down forward 1-2 backdash, by the way.
Is it too little too late though, Rip? That's the question, man. Is it too little too late? The sidewalk left again. That is the way, that is the direction you want to step against Steve, but here's the counter hit.
She was hitting a lot of kicks.
Yes, sir. No wall splat,
Get on
unfortunately.
his wall. Hey. Resplat, yes. Not enough. Oh my gosh. Wait, she's got rage drive. Walls in the way to save him.
Sidewall saved him. Oh, punish!
Not in range. What? So that's not guaranteed there, huh?
I guess not, man. It was a bit of a weird angle, kind of pushed Frizen away from Katarina and gets away from the up back four. 53.
Wow.
Damn!
That's how you're feeling, or was that input error? What do you think?
Maybe he tried to go for the down four. Maybe he just wanted to do the snake edge to beat the sway. I don't know.
Oh my goodness, Harry won all day.
He went for a back roll catch there. Frizen not falling for it. Come on, can you close out the round now? Can you close out the match? Frizen. Big whiff.
Beautiful. Yeah, Ghirlanda, man, he was overly ambitious there. Went for the full launch. But Frizen, what are you doing? What kind of combo was that?
Oh no. Don't tell me he's going to make another comeback at Ghirlanda with the rage. Nice dart. And Frizen stays alive here. Beautiful comeback. That was that was 3 rounds straight, I think. Frizen, nice.
It was. He was down 2-0 there. But Ghirlanda at the end there to close out. Like twice in a row. Come on, man. The first time you weren't even in range to connect. Second time, at least the first it connected. But you could have played a little slower. Maybe a little bit. I mean, the way that he won and made the comebacks when he was clutch in the first 2 games was he just slow and methodical. Here it's just like, throw it at the wall. Let's see if it sticks, you know? And no go. Not this time.
Nah, definitely not, man. There was, yeah, some questionable decisions there from Ghirlanda at Snake Edge. I don't know if it was a misinput on the down 4 or he just tried to go for it to beat the sway, or some high moves that Steve likes to throw out. But yeah, either way, I mean, you've had your chance to like throw out and play risky. You know, you were 2-0 up. Now, you know, you don't want to let momentum swing in favor of Frizen, because we've seen it so many times, you know, in these first 2 threes that you can win the first 2 and lose the next 3, you know. So got to be careful and close it out now. I wonder what Ghirlanda's going to go for now in terms of the stage, though. Is it going to stick with the arena? Because I think it's a decent stage for Katarina as well.
I totally agree. I think that arena stage would be a fine choice. I see no reason for it, but he wants the Kinder Gym instead. A little bit more space to work with here in this one, obviously. And honestly, the wall distance is actually pretty good for a lot of characters, I think. So this is an underused stage, primarily because of the theme. You know, I think that's the main reason. I think the stage shape and everything is fine.
I just remember that Ghirlanda actually chooses this stage all the time when he loses, because I think maybe because of his daughter. His daughter really likes it.
There you go. He's a Ghirlanda dad, man.
Ghirlanda dad, man. He's getting the dad power up. And he's looking very nice in this first round. But the sidestep into rage drive is going to be a full combo.
Beautiful sidewalk right that time. Oh my gosh. That was off the tech roll. Stay full crouch. Go for the low. Gets the counter hit.
You know, the thing is that full crouch low goes under so many of Steve's moves. Even after while standing 1-2 punish, like it'll go under a down forward 1, for example. Like that's how evasive it is against Steve.
Wow, that's really good.
Yeah. Okay, down 4. Look at that. Down forward 1, poking, down forward, down 4. Oh no.
Taking advantage of it now. That's not a counter.
Oh.
Good
Okay,
conversion this time.
Pushing him to the corner now. Here we go. Plus frames. Goes mid. Drops the combo.
I think he wanted to sidestep and get the re-wall splat. Didn't find it, but got the back one anyway. This could be enough, and it is.
Yes, good stuff there from Frizen. Even with the drop combo, but still managed to get the round on the board. And this is very important. Like we said before, Ghirlanda's been in the situation. Look at that, 50% gone in 3 seconds.
Bro.
This is crazy.
Don't just 2 of the full cross, the second one being counter hit. Oh my god.
7 golden letters there. Ghirlanda once again on set point to move into grand finals here for the EU East Regional.
Alright, I'm rooting for Steve Fox now. We don't get enough Steves anymore.
Especially in this matchup, man. It's a bit unfair. 1-1-1. Punish that.
No go. Ooh, nice. The back 2 off the step, man. That's rough.
Yeah, drops it again, unfortunately. Punish.
Still in this round.
Definitely. Big whiff from down 4-2. No punch from Ghirlanda. He's just poking away now.
Could have had the closeout. Got the counter this time off the sway. Walls right here too. Should be good.
Yes, can he cure? Yes, he can. Frizen once again looking for that reverse sweep in rounds. Can he do it?
Set point Ghirlanda. Frizen trying to stay alive.
Getting counter hit by these lows a lot. Gotta be careful. Watch out for them. And that 444 as well. Punish.
There's the block.
Frizen.
And he's unfazed. He's like, you can't launch me anyway. What are you gonna do about it?
Oh my god. Nice!
Oh no! Pixel!
Ah, that's gonna be it!
Oh my god. Down forward one. Shake my hand. Ghirlanda 3-1 over Frizen there. Moving on to the grand finals of our event here. So just one more set and Ghirlanda can be going to Amsterdam, this time straight to the finals, right? Skip the LCQ.
That's it, man. Skip the LCQ, and he's in a great position, man. You know, this is a winner's side, so it means he only needs to win one more first to 3, and he has that cushion being on the winner's side. So, you know, it's a great position to be in. And look, I really feel like Frizen could have done that, man. You know, Ghirlanda got off to such a strong start. Caught him whiffing, you know, with the little down forward ones, down four into backdash sidestep. Like, he's got these little cool setups that he can bait his opponent with, but. You know, as you see there in the bracket, Ghirlanda is going to be sitting in the grand finals. And I feel like he is the favourite to take this one. With the way he's been playing, you know, the wins he's gotten in East Europe at these tournaments. He's in a great position now. But, yeah, we're going to be going into the loser semis now, Rip, with the Fran versus Zakuu. So, some more Poland action.
Definitely. And, you know, just going back real quick to Frizen, he really was trying to utilize the sidestep right and the right weave to find those counter hits. But I feel like it was... He couldn't find the counter hit, right? Like a lot of them were just a regular hit, and he couldn't really capitalize off it. He had a lot of opportunities with the steps and ducking the highs, but overall, failure to capitalize on those little small whiffs he was getting, I feel like really came back to haunt him at the end of it when you're talking about how small the life differences were when he lost those rounds, those first couple of games. So, you know, if he gets a chance to run it back, which he may, I think that's definitely something to keep aware of. But yes, our next matchup is going to be Fran versus Zakuu, and here's Zakuu from Poland, as you mentioned, Armor King player, started playing in 2018. One of these new players, huh? Started out here in Tekken 7, most influenced by Knee, as a lot of players are in this TWT, it seems. And his music is going to be his hobby. All right, 3rd place overall in the stats with 210 points.
Man, I really love the Poland scene. I want to give a big shout out to them because every single time I've gone out there, it's always been super fun. They're very welcoming. You know, I've got a chance to speak to Zakuu as well when I was out there, and you know, this Asuka is very strong. We don't get to see enough of it because obviously East Europe, you know, I mean, I guess when it comes to European Tekken, the West Europeans are the ones that mostly have the camera time. But honestly, it's really cool to see how solid his Asuka is. It's not one of those ones which is too party mode. He does like to play that, you know, the nice fundamental Tekken. Of course, he is influenced by Knee, so he must be trying to take some tips by watching him. But yeah, I definitely think this is a dangerous Asuka. But he's going to be going up against Fran, you know, who, you know, originally from Korea, but you know, now living in Hungary. Favorite character Mokujin, and you know what, playing him, he's always switching characters so much in tournament and even in, you know, online when you play him in sets. Started playing in 1997, man. Holy cow, that was a long time ago. Which player influenced him the most? Wogus from the Netherlands. Wow, that's interesting. Unless there's another Wogus that I don't know. Hobby playing with Wogus. I like it.
I'm influenced by him and I'm playing with him a bunch. That's all I want to do in my life.
But yeah, Fran is dangerous player, and you honestly do not know which character he's going to use. I mean, Anna is the main character, and I do expect him to go for the Anna, but he has an Elisa, a very strong Elisa. He has a Ganryu. He has man, he's got so many characters. Zafina, like he plays a lot of different characters. Feng as well, we've seen him bring out in the ICFCs as well, and the tournament. So and it's something that definitely I think gets to him a bit too much. The fact that he plays his characters, he gets into his own head. Sometimes he should just stick with the Anna, but he goes and starts switching. There's one time he did a first to 3, and he lost 3-0, and he picked 3 different characters.
That happens.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing too in this situation, though, right? Like, it's the best of 5 situation, so he does have 3 characters he can try out here if he wants. But also, you know, I think you have to look at your opponent. You say, okay, this is an Asuka player whose favorite character is Armor King. So, what character do you pick against Asuka in general? Does Asuka have a big you know, character problem that you have in your pocket that you can pull out?
Yeah, we've got quite a few Asukas in Europe as well, if you think about it. And he's got enough practice against that. You know, think about Black Kazama, Fergus, and these types of players. So, I mean, he's definitely going to have the practice and know. I do think that Anna's coming out though. I think it's his strongest character. I played him in long sets, offline and online, and you know, his Feng is good. And I mean, whose Feng isn't good? You know what I'm saying? Like, Feng is just that character, man. He has no bad matchup.
Pretty good. Yeah, this damn Feng way, man. I mean, at what point was Bandai Namco sitting there thinking like, you know, we gave this character wall carry. How can we make him even better? You know, like what was missing exactly? Yeah, down back how about make that a counter hit? Yeah, we've got this animation we've had since Tekken 6 scenario campaign. Let's throw that in there too. You know, yeah, give it to him a counter hit. Why not? It's lost punishable. He deserves it. He needs it. He
definitely needs it, man. Let's just have a party. Let's just have fun. But that character is very fun now, Feng, to play. You know, with the new combos and all those.
Every broken character is very fun to play. Just so you know.
Oh yeah, love it, man. I feel like you had some bad experiences with recently.
No, actually I haven't. But I mean, I've always had a problem against Feng. It's always been a difficult matchup, you know, regardless of how good or bad the character has been. He's always just been a solid character. You know, having that strong low poke game is always going to be a struggle to deal with in Tekken. And you know, Feng is one of the best low pokers in the game. But here we go. It's going to be Anna Williams versus the Asuka as expected for the first matchup. Fran versus Zakuu. Full crowd sweep to start it off.
Yeah, just letting him know early that 50-50 that, you know, Anna can bring is very, very dangerous, and he will go for it. Anna's got good pokes, been given a bit more damage from some of her pokes in this recent patch, like the down forward 3, it's like down forward 4, it's a nice low poke, and Asuka actually can't launch it. It's normally launch punishable. So I think this is one of the reasons why he's going for the Anna.
I see. Well, here we go. Again, you know, twice in a row we've gone for the full crouch low now, so obviously it's going to open up the mid later. Good punish here, though. Zakuu with rage. Oh, this is anyone's round.
Uh-oh. Be careful.
Yikes.
Down forward 4 again. Yeah, that's the low that I was talking about, right? It's really good. They actually upped the damage on it in the recent patch, so it's really good to use, especially against characters that can't launch it.
No, for sure. And they also changed her rage drive input, right? So now Anna's rage drive is much easier to input.
Obviously, Fran, you know, known for his Anna Williams. You see it in his name, Frana Williams. But trying to keep him on the wall. Nice! Zakuu gets a pickup from the forward 4.
Yeah, that was smart too. He used it because he recognized that he was trapped in a position where he would want to step away from the wall. And this time, another launch. This time, we're breaking the balcony. We are.
Tailspin available. Gonna go to the next one. No! Drops it. Oh my god.
One of the worst ways to die. A 1 point off the wall hit.
That's always so funny to see.
It is, but here we go. Fran, 2 rounds up.
Oh, good punish, yeah. A maximum punish there, minus 14. Beautiful. Trying to break the wall there. Got a little bit too anti-Fran.
Man, the down forward 1-2 is, of course, a core move from Anna. Oh my goodness, that was a risky attempt there from Zakuu to swing.
Counter hit. Oh, big damage incoming. Could potentially kill, actually. Can you break the wall? No?
Not with this combo.
Hey.
Oh, the mix. Oh, man. All right, Zakuu on the board here.
Very, very good. No punish on the down forward 1 string. Zakuu, you know, definitely the kind of player that will be starting to wake up a little bit more as the set progresses. You know, very good at analyzing the opponent. But Fran, you know, 100 miles per hour right now. Look at the damage.
No, he really is. And the thing I've noticed so far is that Zakuu he's kind of an offensive Asuka, right? Not really turtling, looking for back threes or looking for can-cans or forward threes even. Like, he wants to go and hit down forward 1.
Yeah, definitely wants to take the fight. And look at that, goes for the reversal. Can he get the rage drive? Yes, that is actually guaranteed. It's a little bit tight, but he manages to get it, and that's final round, first game.
All right, let's see who's going to take it here. Nice comeback from Zakuu so far.
Ooh, okay, nice. You can see Fran respecting Zakuu a little bit more now. But here we go, goes for the hop kicks to the wall.
Yeah, good wall carry there. Half life bar lead.
Oi, in the corner.
Let it rip.
What's he going to do? He needs a counter.
Zakuu, and a pixel. Oh, and he went for the up forward 3, but Fran had the mid homing attack, kept it nice, simple, and safe there to close out the round. Solid choice.
Yeah, he needed a counter hit or something there, right? So he's hoping to maybe catch Fran finishing with a low, up forward 3 with a counter hit, and he would have been able to get a potential comeback. But really good pressure from Fran. I'm telling you, when he gets going with the Anna, you know, Anna also has her own stances that you got to deal with too. So, and he's really good at stringing them together. I really feel like Anna's pokes are hard to deal with sometimes, especially in the hands of someone like Fran. And then, of course, you know, that down forward 4, which is always a problematic low. On counter hit will give you big damage, even in the even on non counter hit now with the buff that they gave it. Asuka not being able to launch it is a bit of a problem, but final round though in that first game could still go either way.
Exactly, and sidewalk left has always been a good option against Anna. We'll see if that comes into play here as well. And something I noticed here, Fran has always gone low out of the full crouch mix. And when I've been watching Shadow play with Anna a lot recently as well, I've noticed same thing. It's always the low. It's like 90% low, maybe 5% of the mid and 0% or 5% of nothing. So it's a really strange mix where majority of the time it's going to be low, but you can see a lot of times, Zakuu is standing there looking for the mix and like trying to defend against low and just not getting there in time.
Yeah, there's a couple of things that Asuka could do. Obviously, the up forward 3, which is a low crushing counter hit launcher, could go for that to try and beat the mix. But also, sidewalking left has historically been one of the things you want to do against a full crack mix. It's just that when it comes, you have to be ready for it. And instantly, we see there Zakuu going for the up forward 3s. Hey, is he listening to me? What's going on, man?
Hey, man, she's crouching. It might be a good option.
Yeah.
Duck.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh man.
Gosh.
Counter hit there with the elbow. Gonna go to the wall. Can you get wall splat? No side wall. Oh, he still gets the combo.
Still got the combo, and the down forward one closes out the round. Fran, picking up where he left off here.
Yeah, definitely, man. Just needs that one counter hit. Both characters, just one counter can do so much damage. Gets a combo here. No, not gonna get the tailspin, unfortunately.
Man, looks like Zakuu a little bit hesitant right now. Stuck at the wall here.
Mix up time. Good punish on the 1-3. Down jab.
Wow, what a down jab.
Yeah, seems like it beats that option. But again, I mean, Rip, you called it out, man. Going low a lot against Zakuu. I have a feeling these guys have played quite a lot of Tekken together. Fran realizing that Zakuu is not a bit of a, not a low ducker. He doesn't like to block these lows.
Yeah, and Anna's lows hurt.
Yeah.
No pickup, had the tech roll, and again, full crouch low is the mix. Wall is not there.
Yeah, try to find the wall there. High wall splat. Sweep! Oh my gosh, don't tell me. Again, the low! Rip, he's ain't predicting his legs.
It's 95% lows. I told you. So trying to warn you.
Oh no.
But now you're screwed. You've eaten 95% lows, so now that 5% is going to come back, you're going to get hit by all the mids after if you start ducking, so you're in a weird position in this long set.
Yeah, there was even one of those rounds that Fran closed out where he ducked in Zaku's face and then went for a down forward 1 after getting up. It's like he's really mixing him up at the moment, but those lows, like you said, 95% lows, man, and Zakuu, he's not challenging them. I feel like at this point, like you really have to assert that, let Fran know that I'm willing to challenge these lows and punish you. In the first match, he did that. He blocked some of these down forward 4s, and the while sending one punisher from Asuka is actually quite damaging. It's not a launcher, but it does a lot of damage in Oki. So
it is.
These are the kind of things that will kind of prevent Fran from wanting to go too much for those lows, because like you said, Anna's lows hurt.
No, exactly. And Asuka earlier we saw in the South African regional was also a character we talked about having really good options to crush lows, right? You got the back 3, you have the can, the L forward 3. So you have multiple options, and all we've seen is the L forward 3 to really try to call out the lows. The issue right now though is really that the reads have been off, right? So he's trying to react defensively, and even if he was reacting offensively, it's to the wrong decision, right? Whether it's the low or the mid. So right now Fran just has a really good read in his opponent, and Zakuu has to figure out the timing and what the mix is going to be.
Yeah, and he decides to go to the infinite stage here just to change it up a little bit, but it is last chance now, and he's locked and loaded in with the Asuka max range load to start it off again. Not gonna get the combo.
Oh my gosh, the down forward 4 was whiffed, so Zakuu thought he could swing into it, and Fran ready for the whiff punish.
Yeah, he's just mixing them up at the moment, but Zakuu, he's still in this round, as Fran has dropped some of these combos.
Nice. Here we go. Asuka Arc Blast.
Ooh. Gotta be careful. Anna with rage now. Are we gonna see the full crack mix?
I would.
He's flipping away, man. Look at this. He has a lot of space to move around with now. Woo! Nice.
Almost was there. Almost.
Yep, Zakuu with the first. I like that. Now that you have the infinite stage, you get the life feed, back off, start back flipping, and make it hard for Fran to get in.
Oh, it's a great strategy. And it's not a strategy I'm used to seeing from Asuka, but any character we have the life lead and infinite stage, this is the go-to strat.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Oh, no slap back. The female characters can actually slap back against Anna from that string.
Wow, that was a beautiful whiff punish. Forward 2 Tooth Fairy here.
Ooh,
and
yes.
Look at this. I didn't think that combo was going to kill. Zakuu up 2 rounds.
Yeah, sick delay on that string there for the max damage. Here we go now. Zakuu bringing it back. Back 3, haven't seen a lot of those. Oh, the hop kick!
Hop kick! Going low, huh? Here's a key charge tackle.
Uh-oh. Guaranteed hit on the floor here now? Yes.
Oh, no, the mid!
He stayed ducking for a bit longer while standing 2. Uh-oh. Already brought it back just with one full crash mix.
Now you go for the low again, Fran. Come on. The back 3, I love that back 3, though. That back 3 was a really good call out. If Fran had done the low, the back 3 would have been there.
Yeah, definitely. Classic setups there. Can's good punish.
Oh, this is great for Zakuu. Just keep this up.
Oh my god!
What a call out with the cat stance there. Auto beats lows, and here we go, Fran on the board.
That was sick. I like this, man. Low parry from Zakuu. A great start to the round. The okie dokie.
Unblockable?
Hang on a second. No punish on the Can's whiff. No parry again. Zakuu calling out these lows finally.
Too far. Good block on the low off the full crouch mix, and Zakuu gets a game on here. 2-1 now. Yes, sir. And well deserved. You know, did a much better job of dealing with the full crouch mix there. A lot of good attempts to keep out too with the back 3. That was fantastic to see. Infinite stage definitely helped too.
Yeah, it means that when you had the live lead, was able to chill, make it really difficult for Fran to get in and assert the full crouch mixes. You know, we don't often see the backflips. You know, one player that I saw utilize that was actually another Ana player, Qasim Mir. He actually likes to use that backflip a lot. It's interesting because we don't see many people use it. It can be very annoying for people to deal with, right? So backflipping, using back 3s, like you said, Rip, because we haven't seen a lot of that, using it for keep out, trying to scare Fran from being too aggressive, right? Because, you know, Asuka has great defensive options like up 4-3, back 3, and such. So, yeah, I mean, it was all good. And the low parries, Rip. We're finally seeing him challenge the lows.
No, definitely. That was great adaptation here across the set from all the data learned, right? And this is what you're talking about. In the first to 3 versus the first to 2, you have more time to gather that data. But we did see Fran switch out and bring out the wild standing 2 there. So that mix is coming now, right? It's been established. We're going Forgotten Realm. Ana is disgusting on the stage. Ana's disgusting on the stage. Asuka, not so bad either, though, right?
Yeah, I don't think so bad, but I mean, Ana definitely comes out on top here. The down forward 4, that low becomes a counter hit launcher, and there's just in terms of the damage that you get. So if you're Zakuu right now, you're thinking break these floors as soon as I can. But I think we might be getting one right now. The Fran with the full crouch sweep. Yes.
Give me the first one.
Ew.
Oh boy, the mid mix. Give me another floor.
It's already 2 floors in 1 round.
I mean, at this point, if I'm Zakuu, I'm like, just get all the floors out of here immediately. Take the first round.
Okay, was it down 4-3? No. Oh, nice. Breaks the floor, actually.
Oh, beautiful wall carry, too.
No, at least he was able to use one of the floors. No more floor breaks in play. Rage available. Tries to backflip.
Chase down the backflip. Yeah, we haven't seen down 1+2 from Zakuu either, right? He's been hit by a lot of lows, but he's not really pressuring back with lows of his own.
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, the cat stance, maybe he's a little bit scared of it because he has been throwing it out, right? Fran.
Definitely.
Good. Using the homing move, catching the sidestep. Interrupt there from Zakuu, so these guys are brawling at the moment. Fran coming out on top, though.
Oh, and again. And you saw Zakuu, he tried to react, but just a little bit too late that time. So huge lead for Fran here to close out.
Down forward 4. Yeah, that's going to be it. So Fran now on set point to eliminate Zakuu and move into the losers finals here against Frizen.
Man, I'm just watching Zaku's defense, like just watching his body twitch up and down. It's kind of funny. He's obviously nervous. The defense mix-ups have gotten to him at this point.
Yeah, for sure, man. I think he's definitely doubting himself. He doesn't quite know what to do. Fran, perfect Ana play here, but Zakuu is going to get something started. Good Oki as well.
Wow, just do it. Forward 3, and uh-oh.
Is that dead? I don't think. No, he dropped the combo. Plus frames, one more hit. One more is going to do it, and the down forward 4, of course, finishing it with a low nonetheless there. Fran taking it 3-1. Zakuu, unfortunately, eliminated from the tournament. He had a great season, playing in a lot of these online and offline tournaments to gather points to make it this far, but yeah, unfortunately, will not be going any further.
Yeah, that's a little unfortunate, but man, Fran played very, very well there. Established his full crouch mix-up game as he intended to. Right, had a lot of success with all the lows. Went back to it until it was finally stopped in Game 3. But man, ultimately Game 4, I love the way he slowed it down that final round when he recognized he was right there at set point. He's like, all right, just gotta wait, find a moment, find this down forward 4, let him swing back. And then get the W when it was available. And there it was. Fran over Zakuu means Fran will be moving up to the losers final, where he's going to be going up against the Steve Fox we saw earlier in Frizen. So Anna Williams versus Steve Fox here could be a good one.
Yeah, definitely. But again, Fran is a bit of a wild one. You never quite know who he's going to pick. But I do think that Anna's coming out again. And, Steve, again, one of those characters that won't be able to launch the down forward 4 from Anna. Anna has a nice magic 4 as well. It's not super consistent in terms of getting the combo, but I'm just thinking about the matchup here. I think Anna would be the one to go for against Frizen. But Frizen, looking dangerous. That first match against Ghirlanda was looking very bad for him, but he brought it back. And a lot of those rounds, his problem was he couldn't close out the rounds. So, but looking at his level at the moment, it's looking high. This I can't call. I think it could go either way.
Yeah, definitely. And I do believe, guys, that we do have the results of the South African regional finals. Obviously they had power issues out there, so we didn't get to watch the remainder of that tournament. But here they come. Looks like Callum Bukes did end up taking it over Manu Manu in the losers semis or losers final 3-2 there. And then in the grand finals, actually got done 3-0 over Yoname, and it will be Callum Bukes, the Eddie Gordo, who started from the loser bracket, who is the champion of the Tekken World Tour South African region. He will be going to Amsterdam for the TWT finals.
Yo, sick. We got South Africa representation in the Tekken World Tour finals, man. Eddie as well. You love to see it. Unfortunately, the Madagascar boys couldn't get it done. But man, just looking at the scores right there, man, it's awesome.
Exactly. And of course, guys, if you guys are out here where I'm at, December 11th at the Catwalk in Los Angeles. This is where our top 8 for the North American Regional Finals will be held. Make sure you guys get your tickets and come on through. There will be free swag for people too, man. There's going to be Tekken 7 towels. There'll be a Lucky Chloe air freshener and some stickers as well. Yeah. I mean, I've seen some people putting up the Lucky Chloe face with their bare foot in front of it. That just there. Get your air freshener. Come on through. But no, seriously, make sure you guys do come on through. This will be the best players from the North American region who have qualified already. It should be a very fun offline event. I believe Markman, MYK, and Rix, though, will be commentating that one live offline. So should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Can't wait to see that. The European regional was extremely fun when at UFA this past week. So I'll definitely be tuning in for that. But I do believe, Liza, we're going to be going to a short break, and when we return, we're going to close out this EU East regional final. See who's going to be representing EU East at the Tekken World Tour finals.
If I pick the one word to describe this project, it's epic. I am Takuya Kuroda. I play the trumpet.
I'm Kenny Garrett. I play alto saxophone, soprano saxophone, piano on weekends.
The music, Elden Ring, to me, it's huge sounding. Like, melody is huge, the orchestra is huge, and it's dark, definitely. It's not happy music.
I'm excited. It's something different. I mean, Elden Ring is going to be something different that I have done before. And, I learned from my mentor, Miles Davis, is really, that's how you become a better musician. I'm up for the challenge.
Jazz has so much potential to just express what it is, or, what you want to express. No one can expect what's gonna happen. Those things happen in common, the game and the music. That's why I think jazz is a good platform to do it.
I'm always thinking about that we take the audience on a journey.
I think that's really the important part. It's just the experience, watching the performance by us. Just like, wow, it's stunning, And then, wow, this is really the music from the Elden Ring. So it's like two surprise.
We're moving together, but they have to know that we're going to move together. It's not going to be what you thought it was.
Looking forward to seeing you on December 3rd.
Be there. Let's do this. Elden Ring.
Boom.
Ladies and lads, welcome back to the Tekken World Tour East Europe Regional Finals. Top 4 action here. We've had a couple of matches already, and we have whittled it down to our top 3 now. My name is Bag, joined by Rip, and here is the bracket. Rip, what do you make of those first 2 matches that we've had in this bracket right now?
I mean, right now, of course, we came into it and I was thinking Ghirlanda, he was number 1 seed. He's looking like the favorite to win, and he looked like it in the matchup as well, right? He looked like he was playing his game on point, got it done 3-1 over Frizen, so that put him into the grand finals position here. But then down losing, we had Fran bringing out that Anna Williams. Zakuu brought up the Asuka. Fran was running away with it, but Zakuu actually made some really good adaptations as the set progressed, but Fran was able to close it out by picking the Forgotten Realm stage. And that sets up, of course, our losers final, Frizen versus Fran, Steve Fox versus Anna Williams, most likely.
Yeah, definitely most likely. I know that we talked about Fran using multiple characters, but you know, the Anna here, thinking about the matchup versus Steve, should be a good one for Anna. Frizen does have that Lars in the back pocket as well, which is really strong. We've seen, you know, Frizen was also at the LCQ in Amsterdam, you know, and got actually, I think, 9th place. It was a very close match. He's had some of the best players in the world, so he's always been there. That's the thing about it, Rip, is that Frizen has always been up there, but you know, it's one of those things. What's the saying? Like, always the bridesmaid, never the bride, or something. I don't know, something like that. Like, it's one of those things. He's always fallen short of that big win. And versus Ghirlanda, you got to say he should have won some more of those rounds. You know, so maybe nerves getting to him.
I mean, that's the thing, though. You know, a player like Ghirlanda who has gotten the big W's, they know how to close out and they know how to get the W's. So in that instance, when you're the person who's always the bridesmaid, never the bride, it's kind of expected you lose there because you're running to like the worst possible matchup, the guy who's able to close out and get the W's versus the guy who struggles to do so, essentially, right? But hopefully Frizen can pull things together here. Obviously, gonna need to. This matchup against Anna Williams, I mean, the one bright side I see with it is that down forward 4 low is a standing low, so you can back one her in the face and get a full combo, right? So that's a benefit of the matchup that's in favor of your character. I assume these guys have played a lot as well, so we'll see how much he knows about the matchup as well. I feel like Anna Williams is another one of those characters that underrepresented in tournament play, right? And like, it's only in the past year or so that I've really seen more Annas come out in the lifespan of Tekken, or Tekken 7. So this should be a good one. Devil's Pit to kick off the first game here, losers final.
Yeah, it's great, man. I love that Devil's Pit got chosen as well, because we're going to see how these players play on the wall stage and as well as the Infinite when we transition over to that in the final round. So it's going to be cool. Instantly, Fran going in with a full catch low, just letting Frizen know, you know, what his intention is. Gonna have to start to challenging those if you can, though.
Wow, and beautiful. Left weave that time, got around the down forward 4. So now he's got 2 options there. And here we go. Get her out of here.
That's very good. That's going to let Fran know that it's not going to be the same as versus Zakuu. You know, I am going to challenge his lows. But again, Fran doesn't give a damn as he mixes them up.
Yeah, and a very strong mix-up game here. And I love that, immediately establishing that low game. But here we go. Caught him trying to go left on him.
Okay, this is good. Oh my gosh. Just rushing him down at the moment. Fran, not messing around. Bro, double low.
With the perfect there. And so many times, you think about Steve Fox, you're thinking, all right, I don't want to get countered. I don't want to get back one. I don't want to get down 4-2 counter it. Fran's like, try to hit me, bro. I'm going in with every button possible.
And he's really locking down Frizen's lateral movement as well, you know, trying to sidewalk left a lot, but Fran dashing up to realign. Back one, finally gets the counter, and look at the combo.
Yeah, beautiful. Frizen here has Fran down to rage.
I think that's guaranteed.
Frame rage art. Boom.
Damage. Okay, so this is not going to be dead. I think he might even out the health here, but could go either way.
Yeah, Steve's going to have the rage now. Rage drive going to be available.
Okay, hang on a second.
That could have been the rage drive, but you know what? Take the jabs. It's fine. 1-to-1's enough damage.
Good stuff. On the board now, Frizen. Oh, you cheeky bugger. Look at that. Fran going for the snake edge. Sneaky. Okay.
Pick it up. Oh,
he dropped it. Good sidewalk again there.
And he's capitalizing on the sidewalks much better than he did against Ghirlanda now, right? Against Ghirlanda, we saw him just getting sidewalks, seeing the whiff, and not really hitting a button. Now he's at least attempting a button. Oh, no! Maybe don't attempt the button. It's exactly what happened there.
Oh, to try to delay the string. Frizen not getting hit by it. He shuts down the rage drive. One more hit's going to do it, and it's the while standing 4 to close it out. It is 1-0 now to Fran. Frizen, you know, the pressure is on.
Yeah, and you know, I'm thinking back to his first set now, and now this set. I think his rage drive has been stuffed 3 times already, which is pretty high. It's a pretty high ratio of having a good rage drive and having it denied time and time again. So it's either players just rushing with buttons to try to prevent him, or him just attacking with it at the wrong time. So he's got to find a better way to utilize that rage drive, because right now it's preventing a lot of his comebacks to close out these rounds.
Yeah, and I feel like, the aggression that we've seen from Fran, especially versus Steve, I mean, it's risky, right? You don't want to usually play aggressive versus Steve, but he's definitely stringing together some really good moves, like stuff like down 4 of Anna. Anna's got one of the best down 4s in the game, because you can actually transition into the stance from it. And of course, being a high crushing low, you're going to get away from the 1-2-1s, the back ones. I think Frizen needs to do a much better job in keeping Fran out. And something like a down 4-2 could be a very, very vital move against the full crouch mix, So it's all about a battle of timing right now and being able to shut down Fran's aggression. That's what Frizen needs to do here. I'm expecting that we're going to go back to the arena stage because he wants those walls in play. But yeah, he's got a tough job ahead of him here, Rip.
No, definitely. And one of the things as a law player, who likes to use the full crouch mix-up game, is when opponents go airborne against me, it's much harder for me to establish that full crouch game. Obviously, if you see the full crouch at all, you want to throw out a quick mid, something like a down 4-1, something to stop the mid and split the mix-up essentially, right? But if you can't do that in time, another good option is just to put yourself airborne, right? So Steve's like up forward 2, the jumping punch, that's the launcher, like just throw it out. If she hits the wild side 2, maybe the combo won't be as big anyway, because you start off in an airborne state rather than taking the full mix-up damage on the ground. It's non-optimal, but it's another situation that could help you out there if you're not just going to sidewalk away from it.
No, 100%. Look, you've been in this position before as well. Tournament player. You've lost in the winner's side. You know that you've dropped a lot of rounds, and again now you're 1-0 down in the loser's side. It was sitting pretty in winners. Now it's looking a bit deep. What are you thinking if you're Frizen at the moment? What are you trying to do?
I mean, since you posed it as a question to me with my experience, I think about it when I'm in this position. I was in winner's final, I lose, and then I'm losing the first game in the next set. I'm thinking, it's not my day. I'm out of here. That's it. It wasn't meant to be.
So much on the line as well. You can't.
Try not to be like me. You got to flip it around. You got to turn things around somehow. You got to be like, all right, that was someone else that just lost those games. Let me show this guy what I can do. What else are you gonna do, man? It's hard.
No, definitely. I feel like Frizen needs to get confidence in the fact that his performances leading up to the regional has been very good. He's been able to come back, makes it come as his. Poland is one of the strongest scenes in Europe for sure, 100%, has always been. And for him to be at the top there, winning tournaments, I mean, against the players that we have in Poland, I mean, it's not easy to do for sure. I remember me and Kawis, Joker, were saying we flew down to Poland, man, to see them guys, and I'm telling you, they're no slouches at all. So Frizen, he just needs to try to stay calm and think about what we've been talking about. How can he adapt here versus the Anna? And I feel like the aggression and the move choices from Fran has been really good, but Steve has good defensive options, really good defensive options, right? The down 4-2, I think, is going to be vital in this matchup.
Yep,
I think.
I totally agree. And the real answer to your question earlier was, you have to take it one game at a time, right? And you have to be looking to adapt and adjust to whatever your opponent is throwing at you. So I don't think I would have expected Fran to come out so aggressive in that first game. I think that would have probably thrown me off if I was a Steve player. So now I know, okay, if he's going to hit buttons like this, I have to use my counter tools, right? And he did land a back 1 there, I think in round 3. So the back 1's going to be good. As you mentioned, down 4-2 is going to be even better because he's going to be trying to establish a full crouch mix. So that gives you a little bit more time to actually throw out your counter tool. So down 4-2 is actually perfect for that if you think about the number of frames it takes to come out and where that mix comes up and when you recognize it. So I think you're spot on. Down 4-2 is probably a really good choice here. Other than that, we didn't really see a lot of offense out of him, right? There's a lot of defensive play, trying to sidewalk left, trying to weave left, which was working for the most part. He was hitting some buttons. One of them, little inopportune, got lost because of it, but I think the game plan was still pretty good overall.
Yeah, that's the thing about it as well. Sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play anti-Anna against this guy. So okay, I need to sidewalk left, I need to do this, and but not actually trying to play the game and just getting in there and asserting your own offense, right? You think about the best example for me is someone like Rukang. Rukang, he was also in the regional finals. This guy, I mean, he knows matchups, right? But sometimes it doesn't make a difference because he'll just try to assert his own game style. The hell sweeps and the 4-4-2s and what Bob does, and he's asserting his own game. The matchup doesn't matter. I mean, sidewalking doesn't matter if you're getting hell swept to death, right? So
right.
Yeah, so maybe it could be a good idea for Frizen to start getting in and being a little bit more offensive. We've seen that he's able to do it. Poland's had a great history of strong Steves. I had Matt JF and his brother Devil back in the day as well. Matt JF was one of the best, probably the best Steve player in Europe at the time. And
Wow.
when I played him back in Tag 2, I was just like, dude, this guy's so aggressive, and you can't really get him off you, and Steve can actually do that to you. Even now, he can be a rushdown character as well as a defensive character. So I want to see if Frizen can change up his playstyle a little bit, because he has to do something different. The sidewalk left ain't working, especially because Fran is neutralizing it by dashing forward. That's one option that you can have versus your opponent if they're trying to weave and sidewalk. If you dash up, you completely neutralize their lateral movement, and that's what Fran's been doing.
Yeah, without a doubt. So I think, your assessment there has been spot on. Frizen obviously needs to change something in his gameplay. We haven't really seen him establish an offensive game plan, in both of the sets we've seen so far today, right? And so it's definitely easier said than done, I think. But, if you're a Steve Fox player, your best thing to do is to get a life lead early and then play the keep away game, right? That seems to be like the classic Steve route. And that's part of the reason that Steve used to have a really hard time making comebacks, right? In this game, obviously, his rage drive is there now, so he has a chance making that comeback a little easier. He's also got the extended duck forward, so has a little bit of a mix-up there to make the opponent guess. Prior to that, before having those kind of tools, you only had like down 2-1, down 1, and down back 2. It's like, how do you make a comeback if someone's just holding back against you, right? You had to rely on your throw game, which Tekken 7 doesn't have either, really. So, it's a lot harder. But in this game, Steve has like core circle forward 2, the low that he's got there, something like that, just to like poke a little bit and then get the life lead and then force them to come to you. And then when they come to you, the down 4-2's there, the back 1's there, etc., right? And that's always been the traditional Steve game plan.
Yeah, 100%. It was interesting as well. This is a top 4, right? If it was a top 8, I think we would have been able to see some of the players that are, new to the scene. And these new players, Rip, are doing so amazingly. Recently we had Dombili Maimun. This is a new German 17-year-old player. Like,
I love that guy.
He beat also his first, this wasn't even his first tournament, like first offline. It's first time offline. He hasn't even been to a session. The Germans, Seppi, and these guys didn't even know what it looked like. And
that was the best.
And look what he was able to do, right? And I know that there's players like that in North America too, and all that. But this is Frizen now. This is Ghirlanda, Frizen, Fran, Zakuu. He's been around for a while as well, but no dark horses there. These guys have played against each other a lot, so they have history against each other, whether it be ranked or whether it be like tournament sets online and offline. So I think that's definitely a factor into this equation as well. But luckily for these guys, there are no dark horses, because I'm telling you, there are quite a few of these guys in East Europe.
Dude, they're all over around the world, right? That Dombili Maimun, his story last week at UFA, it's like something for like the history books, right? I've never ever seen someone attend their first offline tournament. He's like, hey, who's Super Akuma? All right, I beat him. Who's next? Steffi Black, he's the best guy in Germany. I'm from Germany. Well, I beat him. And then he goes up against Ulsan. Like, where's this guy from? Korea? Top 2 TWT finals? All right, well, let me beat him really fast. Like, what? He made the winner's final before he finally lost in his first offline event. It was the coolest thing to see. 17 years old, right? So all these people talking about, man, you need 10 years to get good at Tekken. You got to play through one whole game, wait for the break in the next game, you'll be good, etc. I'm one of the guys who used to say all that to everybody. But then you see Dombili coming, you're like, yo, you guys pick Marduk? Anyone know about this Marduk guy? He's pretty good. I got Oki. You guys don't have Oki? Weird. My character does. Awesome. So yeah, that was so cool to watch at UFA, really. They're everywhere around the world, I'm sure. And I think, this game's coming to an end now, but, what do you think? Let me ask you a crazy question. Do you think Tekken 7 is going to have another Tekken World Tour next year?
I think so. I think that we might be getting one more, and it wouldn't be so bad. Honestly, look, Tekken 7 has done so well. Look, we were around. You've been around longer than I have, but Tekken Tag 2, we were both there, and we saw that game. Competitively. Look, I loved it. I loved Tekken Tag 2, but competitively, I think for the casuals and for the viewers, it wasn't as anywhere near as hype as Tekken 7 has been. I think that sometimes you can forget just where we were to where we are now and get a little bit complacent. Some people, like we mentioned, new players, they don't really know what it was like back then, So Tekken 7 has done so much for our communities, for it to grow, and especially after the pandemic, we've seen all these new players rise up. Dombili is one of them, but there are so many more. So I love the fact that we have these new players getting involved in Tekken, and the fact that you don't need to spend 10 years, brushing up on your fundamentals to get good. Two of the guys that have qualified for Europe already, Joker and Kwis, these guys started in Tekken 7, and granted, it was a while ago, but still, I mean, people who have just, started or played for a couple of years, there's so much content out there now, so many ways for people to learn. The communities are strong, they're big, and if you're passionate enough and you have the determination, you can get good. So I feel, one more Tekken World Tour for Tekken 7, just market it as like the final one. Who's going to come out on top? Who's going to be the champion on the throne? And which country is it going to be? Because that's another factor into the equation. We have North America that's been killing it now. We've got Europe. There's so many new players in Europe, and then of course, the one great thing about Tekken World Tours, we have Africa in the mix, we have the Middle East in the mix, with Raif, who just qualified from Saudi Arabia. I can't wait to see his gen later on as well. So, which country's going to come out on top as well? That I cannot wait.
Yeah, the rule set for this TWT, you see all the names scroll down to the bottom for everyone who's qualified. Wow, they even had Callum down there. That ticker's updated real often. But I was going to say, this TWT finals is going to be so crazy because we will have representation from literally around the world. And they're all going to be in one place. But look at this, Frizen bringing out the Leroy.
Yeah, all that talk we were talking about, like, down 4-2 and playing a bit more of an offensive playstyle. But he finally goes for another character, Leroy. Not a character that we've seen often as well, but since the nerfs. But can he make it work? Let's go. Second game. Oh, gosh.
Oh, man. Magic 4 to start it off here. Oh, he tried the back up with 2, instead gets a counter it for his troubles. Oh, boy. Wow, the sidewalk there. Man, if that was 5.0, he was dead. But 5.01, don't worry, the check roll will save you. Perfect for Fran.
Is this a button check? What's going on, man? He just he's not letting him play the game. Oh, my God.
Fran is on it right now. Fran is on it.
I think Fran's saying, look, go back to Steve, please. I don't want to play your Leroy.
Like, Leroy?
Hang on a second. Is it going to be 2 perfect? 2 perfects.
Okay, Frizen. This is a retirement kind of position. You got to hit down 4-1 right here. Oh, the side. What the?
Oh, my God.
Hit him. Okay, you're safe. You can lose the game now. It's okay. Orbital's good.
Good stuff. Okay, this is going to be Frizen finally getting a hit in. Are we going to break the wall? No, we can't. Nice. Oh, man, that side wall really hates him.
I'll break it for you. Fran's got the break here. Man, this Leroy did not even get a chance to warm up. There you go. Okay.
Gets a round on the board after those first 2 perfects from Fran. I mean, Fran trying to speed run here, but Frizen stops the momentum for a bit.
Leroy might actually be a good choice against... Oh, no. Nice try. But I was going to say, Leroy might be a good choice against Fran's playstyle with all of these lows, right? That safe orbital. But there it is. It's going to be a little bit harder to do, but there's the mid.
Uh-oh, this is not looking good. It's not looking good, Brev. What's it going to be? Oh, in the back.
Not like this. The cane would have been great there.
Oh, okay.
Did he try back 1+2? Is that what that was? That move has no range.
I don't know, but I mean... That is the risk of going to a character that that's not your main, is that you're not going to be ready for the optimal punishes in certain situations. And Fran taking that to 2-0, it was a gamble, but it was one he needed to take, I feel like, because he needed to do something different. I feel like now you got to go back to the Steve, man. If you're going to go out with your main.
I mean, look, he wanted to switch things up there. He didn't believe in the Steve. Steve got a crazy rush down, which was very unexpected. And then even crazier was that he tried to hit the buttons first against the Anna and everything went wrong. First round, Magic 4. Second round, Cat Stance beats the low. He's like, what? So it's like he couldn't make any more wrong decisions at the start of the round. I think the best strategy start of the round, don't hit a button. Fran's been hitting some buttons. Let him whip. You backdash and you whip punish. That's the key there, right?
Yeah.
But why not the Lars then? Right? Lars, I think, if you're bringing up the Lars a lot, which is why I'm bringing up Lars.
Yeah.
If that's your secondary character, the character you have some experience with, Lars, I think, could be very good here.
Yeah, no, exactly. I always rated his Lars very highly, and it's definitely a character I've seen a lot from him, but he's just not going for it. He doesn't want to play the Lars. Maybe he's not been playing Lars recently. I'm not sure what it is, but Leo coming out, a character that has come out on top with these recent patches, definitely a lot stronger. But, Fran, he's familiar in this matchup. He has a very strong Leo himself. So let's see what it's going to be. It's going to be Frizen now, locked and loaded now. Can't change from the Leo.
Yeah, this is pretty unexpected. Oh my goodness, counter it all day.
Yeah, again, off to a very strong start. Good duck on the low. So Frizen started to duck these full catch lows now, but still has a long road ahead of him.
Yeah, man, Frizen wants to really go and hit buttons.
And Fran has realized that Frizen trying to challenge his lows now, just finishing with the mids. So adaptations are being made.
Sidewalk left, gets the down forward 2.
Yeah, very good. Run a hop kick, okay, trying to make a hard read there, not working out for him.
I would like to see the Leo falling leap, the little Devilman sweep. Why not?
Yeah. Leo's also, you know, that down forward 2+3 now, that movement made a lot better now. But look again, the sidewalk left, been working out for him, getting the whiff punishes in, gets around on the board.
All right, Frizen, let's go. Bring it back.
Okay, nice. Oh!
Uh-oh. Block 2?
Yeah, goes for the block 2, big damage incoming. Frizen. The Leo looking nice. But only one full cut mix up and change it, but there's the hop kick. Yes.
Frizen, all right. The Leo was the answer, maybe? Perfect.
Yeah, giving Fran something to think about, but the movement's looking nice, the punishment's looking nice as well. Obviously, down forward 2 from Leo, now can launch crouching 2. A big buff there. Uh-oh, tennis strings?
Frizen, like, is it done? Is it done?
I definitely would have ducked, you know. I definitely
would have ducked a few times in that. I'm like, it's got to be here, right? Third hit, fifth hit, come on, one of those.
Oh, could have been launched. Punish.
Oh, the mix finally. Okay, set point for Fran here. If I'm Fran, I'm feeling I got to close this out because I can't let this Leo gain momentum.
Definitely, man. Can't. Gonna play aggressive once again, getting the slaps into the guaranteed follow-up. That's huge damage. Goes for the low, and this is a perfect start for Fran. Frizen on his last legs now. Last chance saloon.
No hop kick. Every hop kick was almost a fail. I think he got one of them, but the perfect for Fran to close it out. 3 games straight there, right? Damn, none of those other characters got a game, and that's rough. But yeah, Fran with the Anna Williams getting it done, moving himself into the grand finals against Ghirlanda here. Nice try there, Frizen. You know, third place. You know, obviously you wanted to get first in this situation, top 4, winner goes to Amsterdam, but third place for the region, not terrible there. So congrats to Frizen for that one. Of course, Zakuu out in fourth, but our grand finals are what we're set up for now. Ghirlanda on the winner side of things. Fran coming up for losers, needs to win 2 sets to get it done.
This is crazy. So grand finals gonna be Ghirlanda versus Fran, Hungary versus Bulgaria, and it was crazy as we were all in Greece together, right? We were there for Clash of the Olympians. I remember going out for lunch with these guys, getting that nice Greek salad, and it was just me, Ghirlanda, and Fran, and we were talking about, you know, how the format is this year and what's needed to qualify. And now sitting here, I'm commentating these 2 in the grand finals. It's incredible. I love it, man. These guys definitely put the work in, and it's paid off. You know, Fran and Ghirlanda have been grinding the game out. They've both been traveling. As we see here, the profile from Ghirlanda, they've been playing for a long time. And man, I'm telling you, man, the offline performances have been on point. The online performances have been on point, and that is why Ghirlanda is sitting in the winner side of this grand final, and Fran is there with him.
Yeah, this should be a wild one, man. Here are the player cards once again, though. Fran, we've only seen the Anna Williams from, you know, earlier we were talking about all the other characters he may bring out. You see that favorite character, Mokujin, up there. I think right now we're probably going to see the Anna again. But,
yeah,
you know, as you mentioned, you guys are all hanging out in Greece together. A lot of experience between these players. Maybe it's time to bring something else out if the Anna doesn't work out.
Yeah, and you got to consider the fact that Katarina is that character which, you know, Ghirlanda's not going to change from. I know he's got a solid Ganru, but, you know, don't play it. You know, he's not as good as your Katarina. And Katarina's so good in tournaments.
You're just trying to talk him into picking Ganru right now. That's what you're doing. This first set Ganru, you got another set to play with for the cat later. I see what you're doing.
Nobody wants to see your Ganru. I know, leave it in the past. Tag 2 is done.
Wow.
Tekken 7 now.
Ganru's coming out for the first game. Watch this.
Hopefully he's not listening to you, man. So I don't want to influence him. But yeah, the Katarina is, you know, you got to consider the fact that she's got very strong pokes, and that hop kick with punish and the 4-4-4, the 11 frame counter hit launcher. You know, these are things that can definitely shut down Fran's options. But got to pick the right character. I think it's going to be the Anna because of just how strong it's been playing today. You know, sometimes, you know, matchup don't even matter. You know, it's just about how you're feeling on the day with that character, right?
Exactly. You were talking about Rukang, you know, enforcing his game plan on his opponents. I feel like Fran does the same thing with the full crouch mix here, right? So it doesn't really matter what the opponent's trying to do. Like defensively, you have to pick the right choice. And at the very end of that last set, we saw Frizen start to make the right callouts, right? The side steps were working. He was getting the whiffs and the whiff punches with the launchers there. But earlier than that, when he was getting the sidewalks correctly, he would get counter launch, etc. when he's just attacking at the wrong time. So you got to be careful against Fran. Fran is used to people getting the sidewalk on him, right? If you're an Anna player, you have to be familiar with that. And earlier too, we saw Ghirlanda with Katarina. He dropped the combo, but immediately was ready. Was like, here's a safe counter option in case you do hit a button here, and he's ready to capitalize on those kind of mistakes as well. So I hope we get to see the mains play each other here. I hope we do get the Anna versus the Cat.
Yeah, but I won't be surprised that if Ghirlanda gets off to a quick start, because both these guys have been getting off to quick starts on their opponents, right? So it's going to be a really, really fun first game. And interesting to see who's going to take it. But of course, Fran coming up from the loser's side, he has to win 2 first to 3s here. Ghirlanda only needs that 1, and it's going to be very difficult because of the form that Ghirlanda has been in. He's been traveling a lot, playing a lot of people. He's got that dad power up as well. I'm sure his daughter's watching as well. Him play in this, and of course, if he does win, that will be 2 Tekken World Tour finals that Ghirlanda has qualified for, and it would be both in Amsterdam. Crazy!
That's awesome.
Can he do it? Can he do it?
That's a good luck charm, man.
Absolutely, man. It's going to be the mains versus the mains. Katarina versus Anna.
Grand Finals, TWT East Europe Regional Finals right now. Ghirlanda versus Fran. Katarina versus Anna Williams.
Let's get it. Who is going to get off to the start there? And there's that
sidewalk left.
There's that Harrier low that you were talking about, man. Really annoying.
Oh yeah, super annoying.
Okay. Good.
Okay.
I like that from Fran. Going in for the low. That's going to be full carry all the way to the wall. Big damage into Oki.
Oh, block. Wow, and the callouts for the hopkicks have not worked against Fran so far. Double rage though.
Big first round. Who's going to take it? Big whiff. No punish. Rage drive.
Should have rage drive the whiff.
Oh. Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, get it out of here. Nice and simple. Down 4-1. Shut it down.
Yeah, and I feel like, as well, Katarina has a 12 frame mid, which versus Anna, some of the strings, can be very, very useful. Trying to go for the back row catch. Fran's seen it before, not gonna fall for it. That would have been a full launch.
Yeah, no one fallen for it so far in this top 4.
They've scouted it for sure. 4-4-4. Nice again. Both these cats have very good full catch mix, but the wild standing 2, and that's gonna go to the corner.
Wow! Dude, he got sliced up left himself.
Oh, here we go. This is it. Counter hit. Flip over. What's going to be the Oki?
Side rolls out of there. Rage drive denied. And the wild standing 3 all day. All right. Man, Ghirlanda's crazy good. What the heck, dude?
And he's really good at kind of just making the opponent doubt themselves. Like, can he slap back? Oh, he almost wants to slap back. All right.
Okay,
FF3.
good call out.
That move is so annoying to deal with as well because they can really catch you out your movement. And look at that. That's going to be the round. Yes, Fran finally gets a round on the board.
Yeah, that was a really nice re-waltz back combo there. Optimal damage. Hop kick is airborne, so it doesn't get the full combo.
Oh, the low. Chunky. Nice. What's the combo, though? 2-2. Uh-oh.
Wow.
Jabs him out of the hop kick. Gonna be clean wall splat into Oki again.
Oh no.
Interesting.
This kid might hit the wall here, yeah.
Is that dead?
That could be dead. Yeah, it is. Fran sending it to a final round. Game 1.
All right, again, we said it was going to be a fun first match. Who's going to take it? And he goes for the roly-poly. And Fran going to get an early combo here in this final round. Going to go to the wall.
Oki set up again. Ghirlanda stays down. But Fran big lead gets low parry.
Can he get the wall?
Wow, the axes sucked.
Oh no. But we know what Katarina can do, especially when she has rage. And there's the rage now. The red dress is on. One launch. Oh!
There's the launch!
With my combo!
If he can get to the wall here, he's gonna reach the wall, I think.
No!
The wall! Oh my god! The block was good! Holy moly, Fran survives! Fran survives! That combo axis was so crucial there, and it was just a little too far away from the wall. If it was angled just a little better, it would have been dead, and Ghirlanda would have been up 1-0 here.
Wow, yeah, definitely. The angles make a huge difference. I mean, the block on the down forward 4 is so clutch. And remember, Fran's been playing against players with characters that haven't been able to launch that down forward 4. Now you can. So it's something that he needs to watch out for, because Ghirlanda definitely could have got that round. He went for the full catch down forward 3, which really is just a useless move at this point. It's also minus 14, minus 14, just like the full catch down forward 4 is, but it does less damage, less plus frames, and just. I don't know. I think that was definitely a misinput on the standing 3. I think when you get full crouch down for 3, usually you want to go for the 3-2-3, right? So
I see.
And then he tried to finish it with a low. Great block from Fran. Clutch. Gets that. But that's a very important first match to get for Fran as well.
Yeah, that was very, 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 very entertaining to watch, right? So close on both sides. We got the mains. Everyone's playing, in tip-top condition right now. This is good.
Yeah, definitely, man. These guys are on form, man. I told you, I was traveling with these guys, talking about the Tekken World Tour format and what's needed, what's required to qualify, and they both did what was required, and they're here in the grand finals. 1-0 right now for Fran in the loser side. Let's see if he can reset this bracket.
Yeah, Fran has been very aggressive at the start, and Ghirlanda was, he was contented just to sit back and wait and see what Fran was going to do there. And look at this. We're getting to the wall first here because of it. Ouch.
Yes.
Spring kick.
The lows. Ghirlanda not stopping. Oh, that's the new change. No. Yeah, Anna, going to get a quick count hit launch there.
I hate that new thing. Gosh.
Uh-oh. Aye.
Yo, the blockable shoulder, double rage, and Ghirlanda holds on. Man, it's double rage so often now.
Yes, these rounds are all going down to the wire, and I like that Ghirlanda is not stopping going for that full crouch low because, Fran has been challenging it, but you're not going to get a massive punish unless you low parry.
True. Wow, with the down for the 1-2 timing here, not letting Ghirlanda establish his own full crouch game.
Yeah, very, very good stuff there from Fran. Gets us 7 golden letters, not stopping the offense.
They had the wild standing 4 for the float, but couldn't convert the down forward 1.
Big whiff, no punish. Ghirlanda missing an opportunity there. Down for 1, that's going to go to the wall. Mistimed the FF3 for the spike.
The low parries coming out right now. Went for the snake edge while grounded. Intentional? Probably?
Yeah, I think that might have been some okie dokie knowing that Fran was going to stay on the ground. Oh gosh. Oh, he had it.
Hard to commit. Oh my gosh, just do it. Just do it.
Yeah, that 3-3-3 is very good, and sometimes, if your opponent likes to sidestep into buttons, the 3-3-3 can catch you. So it's one of those things that, and it's confirmable as well, situational confirmable. Yeah. So Ghirlanda getting around on the board with 3-3 is very good stuff. He went for the counter hit trade. Again, oh my gosh.
Wow.
These guys are very evenly matched.
All these trades, but right now Ghirlanda still has the life lead. Look at the blocks, the conversion. Oh man, nice pickup off the trade here for Fran.
Oh, he's doing strings now, Rip. He's doing strings. Oh, here we go. One more. He's going to do it. Goes for the mid, plus frames, and the low to finish it. Final round once again.
Yeah, went for the down forward 4 again at the end of the round, despite Ghirlanda launching at the end of game 1.
He's not scared, man. Both these guys are fearless at the moment, attacking each other's legs, playing very aggressive.
Oh, beautiful patience there from Ghirlanda. Just kept backdashing, saw the whiff of the forward 4-3, had the hop kick, ready to go, and here's the wall combo.
Yep. It's a great start for Ghirlanda. Harrier 1 goes for the throw, broken. Again!
Oh,
that should be dead.
Boy, dead.
Yes.
Super dead. Give it is perfect.
So
tying it up.
Yeah, that was a great comeback there, man. Especially when the pressure is on. You potential going down 2-0 in this first set, but you managed to claw it back, man. That's 1 match apiece now.
Yeah, Ghirlanda, man, he is a problem. And, Fran, he's struggling, but he's keeping it close, despite it. It really feels so far like every game Ghirlanda has the advantage, and Fran is just, keeping it right there. And, that's obviously a credit to Fran. But, we saw in the first set with Ghirlanda tonight that, he's just able to close it out. So you need to kind of shut him down so he doesn't even have that capability. But Fran, so far, so good. It's tied up here, but I think it's still a good start for Fran overall.
Yeah, and I think the reason why Fran lost that one is, maybe being a bit too aggressive. You got to mix it up a little bit sometimes. And when you have the life lead, start to chill a little bit, because Ghirlanda was looking out for the aggression and the buttons and the strings, and he just backdashed into hop kick, and that's one of the things that Ghirlanda is so good at. He's one of the best in the world at just noticing that when you're going to whiff and using that Katarina hop kick. It's a good range hop kick as well, big damage because the wall carry is insane as well. So let's see what happens. We're going to the Twilight Conflict, a random select stage. I don't think stages are going to matter here anymore, man. I think it's just 2 guys on top form going against each other.
Yeah, and I think the other interesting thing about this match so far is that when we looked at Fran's matches, he got away with the full crouch mix a lot, and we haven't really seen that full crouch mix come into play much here against Ghirlanda.
Yeah, definitely doubting himself a little bit with the full crouch mix because it is risky, and Ghirlanda is very good at calling out which one you want to do, but this time he doesn't. That's Fran.
You gotta do it.
Yeah.
Oh, but drop the combo? That was weird for Fran.
Yeah, now you've got Rage Rip, and this is scary. This is very scary. Pixel remaining, and the down 4 closes it out. Very good stuff there from Fran.
Smart stuff, keeping it safe and simple.
Oh. Good combo 2-2. Again, not going to get the wall spat there with the same angle as last time. Unfortunate. But he's in the corner now, Fran. What are you going to do? Down by 3.
Uh-oh.
That's it.
Ouch. Man. Ghirlanda just counting up the perfects here.
One match piece, one random piece. So evenly matched these two. Slap back.
Counter.
Doesn't get the timing.
Oh, the hop kick call out. And I think Fran tried to establish a full crouch mix there, right? So Ghirlanda just really on point and shutting it down.
Yeah, and that's big damage as well, even without the wall. Look at that counter hit on the Harrier low into the stomp, and just like that, Ghirelanda's managed to bring back the life lead. Hop kick again, not going to work this time. Uh-oh.
No.
The Harrier won! In that
course.
situation, he couldn't go for the sidestep right and duck because the wall was in the way. So clever from Ghirlanda.
Yeah, but I mean, Fran could have just called out a hard duck there, right? Still a mix-up in that kind of a situation, so you got to be careful. But Ghirlanda went for it, and now on game point.
Yeah, definitely, man. This is looking good for Ghirlanda. Again, you know, Fran tried to go for the full crash mix, and just like you said, the hop kick has been interrupting it, and he's got a massive life lead now, but Fran reverses positions, has the rage available.
Hop kick again from Ghirlanda, and he's up 2-1 now. 1 game away from winning this and going on to the TWT finals.
I feel like second is the worst play position you can get in this
Of course.
tournament. Like, it's, you know, it's all about that #1 spot, you know, getting into the Tekken World Tour finals. But yeah, Fran he's not out of it just yet, but we're seeing now Ghirlanda with the adaptations. He does not want to deal with that full clash mix up. The hop kicks are interrupting him as again, Fran playing a little bit too aggressive, trying to assert his game a bit too much because Ghirlanda is on point right now with.
Right, and that's the thing, right? As we load into that game, I was thinking, you know, this is one of the differences in this set versus Fran's earlier sets, is that in the earlier sets, he got to use the full crouch mix kind of freely, and his opponents didn't really stop him from doing it. And a lot of other opponents tried to sidewalk away, so he would at least get the mix out, and then they would kind of punish him for it. In this instance, he's not even getting to do the mix, right? Ghirlanda's option has not been a sidewalk, it's been straight up, I'm going to react to when I see you crouching, I'm going to either hit standing 3, I'm going to throw out a hop kick, right? And so that's been a problem, and because of it, I don't know if Fran's sticking out to Anna here. What do you think?
Yeah, I think he's just to stick it out now, man. Stick it out with the Anna. They've been close rounds, close games, and at this point, if you switch character, you're stuck with the character for the entire set now. It's a massive gamble. He can still do this. It's 2-1, but he's gone with a Feng. Oh my gosh, Feng versus the Katarina. Now, we mentioned it, right? Feng is that character. He doesn't really have a bad matchup. But I know that Ghirlanda's got a lot of experience versus the Feng, but he's locked and loaded now, Rip.
This is it. Feng way all the way for Fran right now. Magic 4 from Ghirlanda though. And
Go to the hard combo
to
too.
reach.
Oh my god. Damage!
Hella damage. Good block, not the right punish though. Oh no. Oh no.
Just go for it again. I think Ghirlanda can see the light at the end of the tunnel, Rip. I think he just knows what he needs to do to finish it off the while standing 4. Fran getting shut down. Ghirlanda on his way to Amsterdam.
2 rounds away from doing so. It's not over till it's over though. Give him a second. He's got to remember how to use Feng. You know, he was just using a bunch of Anna today.
Hey, it's not too difficult, man. You got to remember quickly. Got to remember quickly here, Fran.
The thing I always forget with Feng is forward 3. Like I remember all like down forward 1, back 4, you know, down back 3, but I always forget the forward 3. The hop kicks are a bit on point. Again, single backdash, right? And I didn't see if that was off a down forward 1 or a down 4, but single backdash after, ready with the hop kick with punish.
Yeah, definitely. It was actually back 3, the 12th frame mid, and there we go. Ghirlanda 1 round away for qualifying for the Tekken World Tour Finals for a second time. Here we go. Fran on the back foot.
Oh boy, get off me. Throw break's good. Fran not out of it just yet, but Ghirlanda smells blood. Trying so many hop kicks here.
Yeah, he really wants it, man, because you know that one hop kick with Katarina can be huge damage. Fran fighting back though. So much on the line. Okay.
Wow, dash up nothing.
You trying to go for it again? What's going on?
I don't know, but Fran in a world of trouble. Not even a rage yet. There's the hop kick. That might be enough.
Is that going to be it? Yes, it is! And Ghirlanda is going to be your Tekken World Tour East Europe champion. And he will be representing East Europe at the Tekken World Tour Finals in Amsterdam in February. A second time he's going to be making it in the Tekken World Tour Finals. And again in Amsterdam. What a performance from the man. He's so on form, Rip, and got the job done.
Definitely has. And man, I'm trying to think, is he the first person to qualify that's been there before? He may be.
Yeah, because Kaiwas wasn't there before.
Kaiwas and Joka weren't. Yeah.
Yeah, it might be. It might be. We'd have
Most
to
of
look
the
at
other
list.
regions are new regions that are having their first chance of getting there. So yeah, we'd have to see the full list, but I feel like there's a maybe AK. I don't think AK is qualified.
AK not qualified. Yeah, no, he hasn't qualified before. Yeah, so this is the first Mr. Two-Time. There he is, our champion Ghirlanda from Bulgaria, qualifying and just honestly looked comfortable the whole way, Rip. I mean, no one really gave him too much adversity to deal with.
Exactly, and you know, when I remember seeing him at the LCQ back in 2018, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, man, this guy is super good. You know, who's really going to stop him? I don't remember who did stop him at the TWT finals, but you know, this is his second go around now. He's in the finals. He does not have to go through the last chance qualifier this time around. So this is going to be an exciting time because Ghirlanda, obviously, he's a dad now. He sees that $50,000 prize pool for first, $100,000 total prize pool. He's like, yo, this might be the one to practice for. You got like 2.5 months or something. It's time.
Yeah, and man, even just looking at the way, you know, he played today, and even in the past, you know, Ghirlanda's always been that very solid player. You know, he said it in his profile that Tishimon was, you know, his biggest inspiration for Tekken, and you know, obviously both guys were in Italy at the time, in Milan, and you know, learned a lot from him. And I feel like, you know, that big level up he got from training with Tishimon and with the rest of the European scene, you really get to see it in his playstyle, man. It's so controlled, super solid. You know, the whiff punishing is on point, the offense, the move choices, and definitely mixes it up as well. He can play aggressive and defensive and really get into your head. So I can't wait to see how he's going to stack up against the rest of the people that are going to be qualifying, which we'll find out soon for the Tekken World Tour Finals.
Exactly, man. And you know, you couldn't have said it better. That I really love the way he's able to switch up his offense from his defense, and it really stands out because both of them are so effective. Obviously, a little bit riskier when he has to apply the offense in Katarina, but you know, the risk is kind of minimized with how they've updated the character, right? That full crowd's low now, a little bit safer on block, but he's still unafraid to like throw out a snake edge here and there, you know. So it's very fun to watch. And defensively, I think is where he stands out, though, right? Like the simple post is single backdash, and you feel at that kind of distance you're relatively safe to try something, but it's always in situation, it seems, where you're actually being set up and you don't recognize it because everybody's falling for it. The hop kick whip punches are always there. So, you know, shout outs once again to Ghirlanda for again the W here today.
Absolutely, man. Using stuff like down forward one, back three, and backdashing sidestepping. That's the Tekken that I like to see, Rip. That's the Tekken that I like to see, man. But yes, Ghirlanda is going to be the champion here for the East Europe Tekken World Tour Regional. But yeah, I believe that's going to be it from us, right here, Rip. There's nothing else.
You know,
no more surprises.
Maybe we're going to talk people
no final
about
boss.
global finals. You know, I don't know. Maybe we can tell people about socials to follow out or something. You know, yeah, I don't think there's going to be a final boss here. Final boss was going to be cool, man. But let's talk about the global finals again really quick, right? Obviously, the global finals going to be held in Amsterdam, guys. Woo! Theater Amsterdam, same place as last time, right? February 4th to 5th here, coming up in just a couple of months, man. So make sure you guys are trying to get over there because that venue is awesome, right? This is the one where Ranked You won. It's this long, like, I don't know, call it. It's like a long. It's almost like a long hallway that's angled up. You know, that kind of a stadium. It's right, that kind of an arena.
It's the best. It's the best arena that we've had. Like, I mean, we went to Thailand. Thailand was awesome as well. Really enjoyed it. But you know, Amsterdam, I just feel like that venue is perfect, man. So you can see the event overview right now, man. We're watching the regional finals, and we have still so much more to come to see who's going to be qualifying. And then, of course, February 4th is going to be that LCQ. I mean, that's my favorite event. You know, I love watching the LCQ, and you can see it here, man. There's going to be 3 spots available for the LCQ instead of the normal one. And then, of course, for the finals, it's 24 players instead of 20. So we're going to have a little bit different, you know, the more the merrier, as they say. And of course, ladies and lads, make sure that you keep these dates locked in your calendars because, you know, we still have some crazy regional finals to come. Pakistan, Korea, North America, Japan. Like there's yeah, all of these are still yet to come, guys. So you're going to be finding out who from those regions are going to be making it into the Tekken World Tour Finals.
Exactly, and the last chance qualifier, guys, can be the day before the finals, February 4th. Make sure you guys sign up, same venue, right? December 19th, that's the date to mark in your calendar for when to sign up, because it is going to be a 256-player cap. Third place from NA, West Europe, and Japan regional finals will be flowing out there. Tetsu's the first one qualified to do so. It's going to be a double elimination bracket. Top 3, though, are the ones that qualify. That's crazy. We've never done an LCQ like this before, where 3 players are going to all make it in. So a huge opportunity for anyone who's trying to get into this huge prize pool. And speaking of the prize pool, $100,000 on the line here. Look at that, man. That was a smooth transition. Very nice production. You look at that. First place, we walking with 50K. But also, even if you sneak in there through the LCQ, you get bodied in the pools, you still walk away with $500, right? And as Spag mentioned, 24 players can be placed in 4 pools of 6 players each, right? So much larger pools than we're seeing here in the qualifiers, which should make things very, very interesting.
Yeah, talking about interesting as well. This is the first time we're going to have so many regions represented in the finals. So getting to see all the different players and the playstyle clashes, the country clashes. This is something that I'm so looking forward to, especially because Tekken is a very global game. Anywhere you go in the world, you'll see a Tekken community, man, and that's what it's all about, man. It's a true world tour. And talk about the world tour, ladies and lads. www.tekkenworldtour.com. Make sure you follow the socials as well to keep up with the newest Tekken content, ladies and lads. Facebook, Tekken Americas, YouTube, BNE Esports, and at Tekken for Twitter if you want to keep up to date with all things Tekken.
Exactly, Spag. And that is going to wrap things up for us today. But a huge shout out to Callum Bukes for winning the South Africa Regional Tournament event earlier today. And also right now to Ghirlanda, first 2-time entrant into the finals so far this year. Right, we still got the big heavy hitters coming up, though, right? Japan, Korea, North America, and Pakistan. Yes, of course. Those are going to be the events coming up in the next couple of weeks. Any last words, Spag, before we're heading on out of here?
No, that's it. Just thanks for tuning in, and that's it, man. I'm just looking forward to the rest of these regionals, Rip.
Exactly. So with that, guys, we will see you guys next time. Have a good one. Peace.